us after the fact and you want to join in live next time, hit that subscribe button, sign up for notifications so you get notified when we're about to go live. And for all of you just tuning in, we'll catch you in the chat in a few minutes. So, the Nissan Armada, full body on frame SUV from Nissan, rocking some pretty remarkable looks. 2021. A little bit. If I'm not mistaken. This is like the edition. Black and white. That's pretty much it. Also, the first US vehicle to feature Nissan's new badge. So you notice a little bit of new font, different coloring. A little bit more modern looking.
It looks like it would light up too.
It does look that way, but like many things with this Armada, a bit of a disappointment there. I do like the front looks though. I think it looks neat. I've always kind of liked the Armada for being a very bold, styled, and proportioned vehicle. This, along with the Infiniti QX80, which we had, back late last fall, I believe. They're pretty much the same vehicle. This is just the Nissan version. They've always carried a very aggressive, bold, intimidating stance. This is no different. The Armada also kind of toes the line between near luxury and kind of commonplace. So you get things like these chrome accents, these sort of built-in plastic running boards. Interior line well. So we can take around, see just how huge it is. I've always thought the back looks a little bit like a whale. Also look like a whale too, but not
beluga.
Very beluga-y.
Yeah.
Almost also kind of like a Star Wars Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, and I also think the new rear taillights look a bit like a Dodge Durango. But you got the new Nissan badge back here also. And you can power open this bad boy. This is the SL trim, so stuck it to the top. It takes forever for it to open. And we get into one of my first complaints with the Armada. Listen, 5'1".
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Can you go ahead and try to fold these third row seats down without getting your shirt dirty? Shirt or pants. Say this were filthy from a day of a rainy car or something like that.
Yeah. Jeez.
Isn't that unfortunate?
I don't even know where I go.
Yeah.
I pulled it all the way, didn't I?
You can just barely. So I am impressed. You can reach it.
I can reach it.
This we actually need to. Can you do that with 2 hands? It's kind of a multi. It looks like you need 3 hands to do it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Ow!
So it's a to push it way back.
Yeah. If this was all dirt, my entire middle section would be dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised here at $60,000 that this doesn't have at least some sort of button. It doesn't need to be full power. I'll give it that. It's not a luxury car.
It could be just like a lever.
Yeah, a lever that releases them.
That's down here somewhere.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be as big of a deal if this thing weren't both so tall and this huge bumper thing right here. Yeah,
and it's already dirty with a footprint right here.
Yep, because I had to crawl in to pick those seats up, because there's no way, there's 0% way you'd be able to get them without crawling into there and pull them back up.
Well, you'd have to.
You'd have to go from the second row.
You'd have to go from the second row.
Yeah.
Mess the second row up entirely and put them back.
Right. So say if we come over here and we say had a car seat on this side, and you wanted to lift the third row up, I mean, what are you going to do? Because
you're going to take your entire car seat out, which people that have car seats know how much of a pain.
Right, you got to do the whole base and everything. You got to do the top and the base, unstrap it. And that's because the only way to pull, this isn't like one of those cars that you can just kind of like slide the whole seat up. No, to get to the back, you have to do that.
Oh, they're trying to do like an Odyssey stow.
Right, and this is good. This is good for getting in and out at egress, don't get me wrong. But like you just said, there's no way you could do this without taking out your car seat.
No.
Yeah, so that's a frustration for me.
This is for like a family of large teenagers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy an Armada if you've got kids in car seats.
If you've got kids that would not be able to do any of these functions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be screwing with this. Yeah. But that does fold up in one nice easy motion, and then you can kind of crawl in the back, push these up, and then push that up as well. It takes a little bit of arm effort. You can pull that and get some pretty darn good recline.
It does recline quite a bit.
Yeah. And then back here I've got room. Les, you probably would appreciate this.
Do I pull this to recline it?
Yes. Yes, you do.
and then you gotta fight against the power.
I'm curious if I can close. Oh, I can. Nifty. So you can close the real tailgate from the key. That's good. I know Ellis is a little bit chilly because here in Michigan, even though it looks beautiful outside,
it's cold.
It's a tit nipply out. What do we got going on in the chat?
Andrew the Panda says hello.
Hey, Andrew the Panda.
Bradley's Car Reviews Alt Yup says hello.
Hello, Bradley's Car Reviews
Mike
Alt
one
Yup.
says hey.
Hello, Mike.
Bradley is asking if we think the QXD or this.
Kind of, but I don't really like either of them. I would take a Genesis or an Acura easily over this thing. I would also take the Yukon, which I actually put up a poll earlier today.
Ooh.
Asking what would people rather have, a Yukon, this, a Toyota Sequoia, or the Ford Expedition, and I think over 50% said the Yukon.
Yeah.
Because that Yukon Denali we had was a lot more expensive than this, but a similarly spec'd Yukon would be the same as this, and that was nice.
What is this?
This is 60. This is 61.
This is 61.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I would probably get the Infinity just because I like the looks of the Infinity better. And I mean the material's a little nice. This leather's decent.
It's fine. It's very durable.
Yeah, it does feel durable.
That's what it's gonna be. So if you've got teenagers that are very messy,
right,
and you need to cart them around,
yeah,
this would be pretty good.
Okay, so Bradley's Car Review says the Platinum has a power folding third row. That would help. Getting the power folding third row would help. Yeah, that would be a better setup. So you do get some vents back here, which is nice. That's kind of interesting. It's like a little jackhammer sort of deal. Huh. And handles. That's kind of surprising for a third row. Look, there's handles on every single.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they each have like a little bit of rubbery leather on them, which is nice.
Right, that is nice.
Yeah.
I've got 2 cup holders. Do you have 2 cup holders?
I do have 2 cup holders.
Wow, so you can have
a big gulp and a sippy cup.
Yeah, or that. And there's 3 seats back here, so you could fit 3 individuals. Although, you know, there's I think an adult could fit in the second row.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got seatbelt buckles on my butt.
Those are entirely
this would be
so
tough.
Uncomfortable sitting on those seatbelt buckles.
Right.
Seatbelt buckles. Ooh, wow.
So as we said earlier, to get out, you do one of these. But I noticed one issue while I was filming earlier today. If someone puts this here, then there's no way to get out from this row because there's no, like, a lot of cars have a separate pull down here. Yeah. You can either pull here or pull up there. You gotta reach, and not only that, you can't do it that way. You have to pull this back up.
Oh, you have to restart the process.
And then let it go. Yeah.
Look at all the scratch marks on the inside of that.
Oh wow, yeah, somebody has savaged that thing.
Yep.
Yeesh, wasn't me. It is kind of satisfying to like flip and go that thing.
I think my shoes have already gotten so much dirt in there. I wonder if the engineers for this car was like, yeah, we want our buyers to see the car do the rolly flip thing every single time. Right. Yeah. Bradley's Car Reviews. I don't know if we are gonna get a 3.5 Prestige. We asked for one, and we got the 2.5 Prestige. So I don't know. I think it's silly that Genesis doesn't put the same things in the 2.5 as it does in the 3.5. Second row. Getting in, you can kind of step on in. It's actually fairly easy to get in the car from like height-wise from here. It's like much lower than it is in the trunk. Huh. What do we have? We have this big old center console. Got some hard cup holders. I definitely like to see some grippy bits on the bottom. I don't like the super hard ones. But look how deep this goes. We don't have any really giant lights. Yeah, no, it is decently. Right. It smells awful, but it smells brand spanking new, like all the glue. Yeah. Not in a good way though. It doesn't have like a satisfying new car smell. It's like like a very sterile. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh. That's you can access it from the other side. That's really actually kind of nifty. Yeah. Huh. And then down here, yeah, that looks like it should be something, doesn't it? It probably is in the platinum. Yeah. Right. And then you do have your rear control. So that's something. These buttons aren't too bad. They feel very. Yeah. Yeah, decent feel to them. A little bit of storage in the door. This just turned up on its own. Did it really? I did not do anything. I literally watched it. Ooh, whoop. Ghost car. Ghost car, ghost Nissan. Yes. I kind of like this. I don't know, how would you describe the side panel? It's like it's leather, but ruched. That's a term. Are you talking about the actual texture?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ruching.
Wow. Learned it here first, guys. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just me.
Charlie learned it here first.
Yep.
When you like have a lot of gathers to make pleats,
yep.
it's like a ruching.
Gotcha. That's neat. No panoramic sunroof. Maybe that's something you can option or get in the platinum one or something. But this SL at 61 grand, you're just getting a little sunroof right here. Perfectly functional, but that's what that is. And then you can get a nice view of the front there, which I think looks fairly handsome. Fairly straightforward. I would like a little bit more color contrast. A lot of black and gray going on.
Yeah.
I like when the cars either have a lighter headliner or maybe some color accents in there, like wood grain or something to break it up.
Other than
it's a big
the
gray wash.
Black and the
yeah, those plastic bits that sort of loop around. If those were a different color, it'd break it up nicely.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
Or a drastically different color.
Right.
To add some contrast.
Yep. Model Y guy. This is actually the Model Y that I tested once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what is happening.
He's going to check out our new space.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. I could.
It looks like he is going to park.
He's probably looking at his maps.
Okay.
All right. Should we do another walk around and head to? Oh, do we have any comments? Should we get to?
Yes, we do. The Pittsburgh Man says hello, hello.
Hey, I'm glad to have Pittsburgh Man here in a chat.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, what is his view on Nissans?
I feel like it's not great.
Like
but,
he hates them, right?
you'll have to ask him for a reminder.
Refresh me.
Yeah. Alyssa is back. Yay.
Yay, I'm back. Yes.
Ruffle? Is that what he
Ruffles? Said? Oh, probably.
You guys had a QX80 not too long ago. How does it compare quality-wise considering everything else is the same? I think there's a worthwhile step from this to the QX80. I know we have to reach way back in our memories for that. Do you remember it all?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
It was a white one also we had. I'd have to double check the prices of the QX80, but I mean, you'd be getting a much better dealership experience. That's one thing for sure, is when you buy an Infiniti, you get a good luxury car dealership experience. When you buy a Nissan, not so much. And they drive very similar, so nothing's really different with that. The sound system's a little better in the Infiniti, but not much. So I don't know, you'd really have to look at lease prices and pricing and make that for yourself, but it's not worth a huge jump up. Yeah, but it's subtle. Yeah, and I feel like the pricing's subtle too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Neat. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Make sure we got everything. Will you guys be getting the K5 GT? And you should take this on track.
It's not very much of a track car, is it?
Yeah, we're still trying to get into regular track testing for instrumented testing and stuff, but probably no tracking in this. And K5 GT, maybe. Yeah, we might get one of those this summer. So.
I just found out that I have like weird black fuzz all over my hand.
Oh my gosh, you think that's from this?
It is, because I just had it like all over my palm. And then I was like, you know what? I bet if I rub my hand against this, I would get a bunch more little black things. And I totally have.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh Man owns an Infiniti. He says, I used to love Nissan Infiniti, not so much anymore. That's how I feel too. Yeah. I messaged Nathan from Daily Motor last night and I said, all Nissans are awful except for the Sentra, the GTR, and the 370Z.
Wow.
I don't think, and the Maxima's okay, but it's front wheel drive now and stuff in the CVT. I don't think there's any Nissan worth buying other than those three cars.
Right.
Yep. To the outside. Hot take here at Daily Motor. I'm sorry if Nissan's watching, but you guys just gotta do better. There's just too many little annoyances. I mean, the thing looks decent, but oh gosh, the way it drives. Alyssa, I really hope you're interested in driving this because I'm curious what you have to say about it. Because
really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way it drives. It's too heavy when you're stopped. It's the steering's too light when you get going.
Okay,
not to predispose you, but we do have some donation goals for today. I think $10. We will we'll do a little bit of light off-roading with it.
Yep.
Because technically this is kind of like a Nissan Patrol, and those are very capable off-road. And then $20 I had for doing burnouts, because this is actually rear-wheel drive. It's not all-wheel drive, but I don't know if it's possible to do burnouts in it, because I tried earlier and it wasn't happening. So maybe $20 for Alyssa getting behind the wheel.
Yay!
That would be a good donation goal. So $10 on the Cash App or $20 to get Alyssa behind the wheel and see if she actually does like it.
Right.
If she feels like a badass behind the wheel, or if she thinks it's awful like I do.
Cool.
All right, take another look at the Stormtrooper rear end and get in the driver's seat. The wheels are kind of neat. I mean, I got nothing against the styling of this car. I actually think it's kind of cool.
On the inside or the outside?
More so the outside. The inside's a tad bland, but not egregious. There's nothing offensive.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. Looking around the front, we've got, this would be where you'd shift it into four-wheel drive if this were four-wheel drive. Yeah. You got USB A and C, so that's good, as well as a flip-up wireless charger here.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, I think this feels really darn cheap and sounds
also,
cheap.
it's a terrible location for that.
Yeah, it's not a great location. You gotta like bump the shifter and stuff to get in there. Very afterthoughty.
If they made this entire bottom part something that you could lift up instead of the middle just being a button, that would be a little bit more useful, because then you could lift it up on the sides, but you actually have to go right next to the shifter, and let's hope that shifter is not something that's easily moved.
Right, exactly. The other thing that's kind of strange is I started up here. We wait for the infotainment system to get going, which could take a while. And I can't show you yet because it is the infotainment system, but we can talk about the gauge cluster. I do like the gauges. I like having analog tack and analog speedo I could take or leave. This is kind of silly. It yells at you that your seatbelts aren't clicked in the back, even though no one's sitting back there. It tells you that warning for about at least 10 or 15 seconds each time you start up the car. And then, this is what I noticed earlier. You've got this center rotary knob here that you can control the screen with. Great, that's good. I like rotary knobs, and it actually works pretty well and is fairly intuitive. So you can scroll around, move things. There's some lag, but it works pretty well. And then you've got your home button right here, so you can hit home and go home. The thing that's confusing to me is there doesn't seem, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of home button when you are in any of the screens. So like right now I'm in audio. How would I get back going home without reaching all the way down here to press home? Doesn't that seem like if your hands, you know, okay, I want to go to map now. How do I get to map from here? Can I?
There's no back button. Right,
there's no back button and there's no home button. Usually, you'd think there'd be like a home down here, but I mean, I genuinely hope there's a way. There's the back button, but then it goes away. So you can do really phone, AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth. That looks like audio inputs.
Then you have this entire part of the screen that's kind of being wasted.
Yeah, what is it even doing over there? Yeah. Nothing. So you got to reach all the way down here just to press home, and then go map. And then same thing when you're in map. There's no way from here to get back to that main home screen. So earlier I was driving in the car and it was on map, and I wanted to switch over to FM radio. So that required me going down to here and pressing audio and then clicking FM. So kind of strange.
A lot of big reaches in a big car when you're going 70 plus down a highway that you might not want to be doing.
Exactly. So strange on that part.
Is there any controls on the wheel that would do that instead?
Well, you could go between your favorites.
There is a back button there. Let's go to, I don't know, what would you want? This? Really?
Doesn't seem to be the same back. I don't know what this back button does. Because it doesn't control this screen.
Go to audio. How do you actually get map? Okay, I'm at the map.
Okay.
Try it now.
Oh, this back button works for here when you're in the settings screen. So if I went into like vehicle settings right here, go back. Yeah. Bunch of little face palms.
Yeah.
That's what Nissans are for me.
Yeah.
We'll do a little POV style drive in here and get to some chats. One thing that is really neat about this car is the engine sound, because you got a big old V8 and it sounds really good when you get on it. So we'll definitely do that here soon.
I was actually thinking on the way over here how quiet this car was.
It is pretty quiet, you're right. When you're on the throttle, it sounds good, and when you get off, it does get pretty isolated.
Road with restricted access.
And it's letting us know that this is a restricted access road. I thought it was funny, I did a little bit of off-roading in this earlier for the Winding Road video, and about 2 minutes after I got on a dirt road, it told me, caution, unpaved road. Wow. I was like, thanks, Nissan. Super helpful. No comments?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Pittsburgh Man says, I really hope they don't mess up the 400.
Oh my gosh, me too.
But the technology inside already looks dated, and it's not even out yet.
I know. It's one thing to have dated tech as long as you keep the price down and you still just make a genuinely good driving car. But I don't have my hopes up either. Serious doubt.
And the Pittsburgh Man is also geeking out over the DM emoji.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Pittsburgh Man, if you stay subscribed for over a few months, I think it's either 2 or 3 months, it'll upgrade you to a new emoji. Yeah. And
nice.
yeah, if you stay up to 6 months, you get the golden DM emoji.
That's pretty sweet.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Rewards for staying with us.
Right. Yep. Ooh, Mustang. Although I don't think it's actually a Shelby or anything. It's just has stripes. Just a 5-ho. Anything else?
He says you've got to just yell at it to go back. What is that?
I thought I got a little too close to the line there.
Jeez.
You thought the Tesla system was bad.
Well, I think the Tesla system is worse. That's kind of weird though, because it sounds like something is wrong with the car.
I know. It's like vibrating the wheel, but not very well. So.
Like something is loose, and that's also doing too much.
Yeah. All right, let's get on her a little bit here.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We need Kyle Cellino in the
I
chats.
know.
He loves V8s.
It's like a really quiet one though. I mean, you're not hearing anything now.
Right. Oh yeah, it settles right down. I mean, we're doing 55 miles per hour at about 1,300 RPM. This cracks me up though. Look at all this play.
And we're barely moving.
Right.
I hate that.
I know.
Yeah.
Nathan would love to hate on this car.
Yeah, he would do a good job with that too.
Yeah. Nathan's almost always down for Nissans. And by down, I mean he's here. Come on, Betsy, let's go!
Ooh, big purr.
Yeah, that sounds
big purr.
It's a neat motor. You can manual shift it too. And I don't know if Moran's in the chat, but it does hold gears.
It does.
Yeah, so
that's pretty sweet.
Go like this. Just peters out right there.
Wow.
Rev limit's at 6250.
Wow. Sweet.
Yeah.
Bradley wanted us to throw it around the roundabout. I would not. This thing I feel is just way too top heavy.
Yeah, it does a pretty good job at track stability controlling itself, so that soccer moms can't just sneeze and flip it.
I want like bolstered seats.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Like I'm just very vulnerable sitting up top.
Yeah.
That are not bolstered for
At least you got handle up here and handle right here.
Yes, I was.
So you were double handled up.
I've been utilizing those.
Good.
Yep.
Gas mileage is also abhorrent. What have we been averaging?
Was that?
14 miles per gallon.
Ooh.
Super bad. So hit us up. Those donations help us pay the fuel bill on this one.
That's ridiculous. 14. It's ridiculous, guys.
Yeah.
Don't get this thing.
On the flip side, we have a Miata this week as well, and I've been hooning it full throttle all the time, and 29 miles per gallon.
Wow.
I know.
Well, it's such a tiny car.
I know.
It's probably got a smaller engine as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not a V8. Or is it? I don't know.
Nope, a little 4-cylinder. Less than half the size of this one. Less than half the size of the car. And a third of the practicality, less than a third. Because you can only fit 2 people in that, whereas you can fit 7 in this.
You could probably fit a Miata in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Right, so what would you guys like to know about the Armada?
Armada. One of Charlie's
Armada.
favorite things to do is just make normal words sound really interesting by saying them completely and entirely wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
No heated steering wheel. I found that really, what's the word I want to, insulting. Last night when I was cold and I was trying to find the heated steering wheel, I'm like, this thing's $61,000. Second to highest trim, and we're not rocking a heated steering wheel. No cooled seats either. Yeesh.
Can you get those in the...
I'm sure you can get them in the Platinum, yeah. Right. But you're right, Alyssa. It is very quiet when it's just kind of cruising along. We'll get up to 70 here and people will kind of see it just trundles.
Right. Yeah, it's quiet on the inside too. Yeah. I love that. I just spent pretty much this entire afternoon driving the Tesla around, and it was just a blast because it's so quiet and it's so fast.
So here's 70. Engine settles right down at 70 miles per hour, doing 1,750 RPM. Just cruising.
Right. Wow.
It's a typical body on frame sort of ride where you feel every single bump, but every bump is just filtered out to feel exactly the same. So it doesn't matter if it's a penny or a pothole, they all feel like just medium bumps.
Wow. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I do like the smoother ride.
Well, yeah, a lot of people like that because in like here in Michigan where we have awful roads, then you're like, oh, it's not so bad. But if you were to have this in like California and like you go over just little kind of road cracks like this, you're like, why am I feeling this?
That's a good point.
You know, in a car with a better ride, then we wouldn't be feeling all these little road cracks.
So it just makes it a boaty floaty feel.
Yeah, boaty floaty, and yeah, there's just, it can soak up the bigger stuff, but can't really soak up the little stuff.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
It's like feel how every single one of these cracks, we're just feeling it. It's not bad. You just notice it.
Yeah, you notice it, you hear it.
Yes. But then when we take a right up here and we go around some of those big style bumps on you know, down this road, it'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It won't feel like we're damaging it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because essentially this is just a truck. It's got a truck chassis under it.
Okay, yeah, that was going to be my question.
Yeah. Any comments?
Yes. Aw, the Pittsburgh Man says, I'm here for it. Love you guys. So I'm all about supporting you too.
Aw.
Nice.
Did he donate?
No.
Oh. Well, he donates monthly, so
yes,
you know, we'll take it.
That's okay. It's a really nice Audi right there. Is it a 7-speed?
That's a good question.
Is there a thing in here?
I think it's only a 6, but yeah, it is in there.
Take a look at the old...
No, it's a 7.
And it's a 7?
Yeah.
It will say somewhere on here. 16... Oh, jeez. Hold on, let me get this out. I can show you guys.
We're gonna hit this big bump right here. So see, it kind of just filters it out, and all this big broken pavement just kind of filtering out. Big tires help with that too.
Yeah. It just floats.
Yep.
Floats over. Well, I don't know if floating is necessarily the right word.
It does that for some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 16, average, MPG. Terrible. Just terrible.
Horrendous.
Where does it talk about the transmission? 7-speed automatic transmission right there.
What is it, a 5.7 liter or 5.6?
6.
Okay, that's what I thought.
400 horsepower.
400. Yeah, great towing capability with this car. I think this one's got like an 8,500 pound tow rating, which is huge for this class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hill start assist.
Great. Because you need that for an automatic transmission. Good bumps.
Doop, doop.
Yep.
Interesting. We have more comments.
Okay.
Martino says, imagine if they put a CVT in it.
I made that joke with somebody else. I think it was the Con 1000 on one of our videos commented something about that, and I said if anyone were to put a CVT with a V8, it'd be Nissan.
Huh. Bradley says this is the best sounding V8 in this segment.
It honestly does sound really good, yeah. And which the 6.2 in the Chevys and GMs used to sound great, but then they put dynamic fuel management and had to deal with that, and it doesn't sound nearly as good anymore. Oh, look, you can stop the mirrors partway through folding.
Huh.
Also, the mirrors are very tall. They're taller than they are wide.
Probably because the thing is so tall. Yeah, look how much headroom. Charlie.
Yeah, headroom for days.
Ridiculous. The Pittsburgh Man was asking how the lane keep assist works.
It just vibrates the crap out of the wheel as soon as you start to leave the lane, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does not have the Pro Pilot Assist that actually like drives for you or anything. Yep, no activeness.
Oh, Tron is in the chat.
Hey, Tron.
Airplane Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Wow. Been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Says, how have you guys been?
Yeah, we've been good.
He's been super busy, so hasn't been able to drop by.
Cool. What's been going on with you, man? You've been flying the planes?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're right by the airport now.
Yeah, have fuel trucks right there. Cool. Yeah, we've had a few airplane related questions for you, but they've been minor things in live drives that have quickly fleeted. So.
Yeah. Quickly fleeted.
Yes. Flown away, if you will.
Cute. Yep. And the Pittsburgh Man says, sucks, I thought they'd update the Nissan Infiniti Pro Pilot, but it's always been steps below before the Koreans and the Germans and anyone else.
Well, it's funny because when Pro Pilot first came out, it was actually pretty decent, and then yeah, it's just been getting continually more garbage, and it's not even in this $60,000 car, so couldn't tell you.
Is there any like lane keep assist at all with it?
Just the warning, where it vibrates the wheel.
What's the point of? Oh, when you're like
when you go out of lane.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Bradley says, do a burnout.
If we get
donate money.
Yeah, $10 of donations. It was 10 or 20. I think it's 20.
$20.
$20 YouTube donations or $10 in the Cash App. We will attempt to burn this thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is rear-wheel drive. I mean, it should be doable. We should be able to make it happen.
Yep.
We do have a traction control defeat button right on there. Yep.
Oh, nice. That happened very quickly.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Man just donated $2.
Hey, thanks, Pittsburgh
And said
Man.
I can donate a little today.
Aw, appreciate that. Yeah, and honestly, it's gonna go straight into that because that was full yesterday.
Yeah.
And where's the trip button? I think it's up here. 94 miles of driving and that's happened. So yeah, we will appreciate it very much. I wonder if you need premium for this car.
Oh, let's hope not.
I don't think you should. I mean, it's a naturally aspirated V8, but let's see. Take a look back here. Premium is recommended for maximum performance. Jeez, Nissan.
Not happening.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna not get maximum performance.
Not happening.
Maybe some mid-grade or something. We need a pretty hefty donation.
What would max performance even do? It's not gonna improve.
Slightly faster, like.
It's not gonna improve like your fuel efficiency.
No. Maybe if you were like towing and you were in the mountains and you really needed that, yeah. But
don't buy this. Just don't do that.
Right. The message of this live drive: just don't buy the Armada.
Yeah.
Take a little peek-see under the hood, if you know what I mean. And by that I mean exactly what I said.
What did you say?
Taking a peek under the hood.
Oh.
Ooh, someone got it dirty.
Huh.
Doing a little off-roading with this bad boy, or at least dirt roading. A chonker of a battery.
Something to get it all the way up here.
Yeah. Yep. Some sound deadening. Actually, a good amount of sound deadening foam there. That's nice.
Giant thing. You need a ladder.
Yeah.
To work on this at all.
Yeah. No, it's way back there too. Yep. Huh. Nice new Nissan badge for those of you who weren't watching at the beginning. This is the first car, I believe, in the U.S. market to get the new Nissan badge. I think they did a nice job of integrating this camera right into the badge.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. You got this lower open grille as well. All functional grille, unlike that BMW we had. Yeah, and I do really like the headlights. Here, I'll let you take this. Listen, I'll turn the LEDs on.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get to these other...
Oh, you got more chat?
Yep, other comments as well.
Are they on now?
I do not notice anything. There they go. Yep. Flashing for you guys as always.
Yeah, we'll get somewhere in the shade at one point, probably near the end, and then we'll see a little better.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about these looks. As much as I don't like this car, I do like the looks.
You know why?
Why?
because it looks like a Ford Explorer.
It does kind of look like
it looks like a Ford Explorer in the face.
It looks like an
the
Explorer
headlights look like that. The grill, even the center of it, probably like the badge there. That's exactly where the Ford badge is. But then you come back here and you look at the roof rails and then the size and the height of it, and then you come way back here and see the giant, ridiculous hood thingy up here and the beluga back, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, never mind, that's not a Ford Explorer, but it does look like that in the face.
Baby's got back. She's got curves and Dodge Durango lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whale tail.
So it's kind of like, other than this ridiculous fin.
Yeah.
And then how just weirdly flat, and just the shape back here is just really weird. But it's copying other people.
Right.
Other things. So,
also, 6-lug wheels, interestingly enough.
Those are giant wheels.
They are. What are these, 20s? 22s? Probably, yeah, they're 20s. Good amount of sidewall, though. What do we got going on in the chat?
We have, Tron says he's been doing tons of flying, basically living in the sky.
Hey.
So cute. Recently storming down here, so flying would be bad for the health. Yeah. Yep, it sounds pretty bad. Martino says they should make a full-size SUV with hybrid i4 or V6 that would get about 26 miles to the gallon. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool. I don't see Nissan pulling that off. That sounds like a Toyota thing.
Yep.
New Sequoia. I can see that coming.
Yep. Zarif, if you retracted that message, cool. If you did not, it's possible I may have done that on accident. Sometimes handling cameras and the phone, I like
mistakes happen.
Might do that. So just if it's something you did, don't worry about it. Bradley is wondering what the cornering limit speed on the highway ramp would be for this.
I think it was about 53 to 55 range. We're getting a lot of squeal. I did that earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. Good question.
Yeah. Recommended on a Nissan means like once a month. Zarif likes this car.
Okay. A lot of people do. I mean, that's the thing is, certain people love these cars, but it's like a select group of people.
Yeah.
Fairly limited, but yeah, I don't like the way it drives. I mean, for me, a car either needs to provide an incredible amount of value or drive really well.
Yeah.
Like incredible value or practicality or drive really well, and this does neither, so I don't like it.
Zarif has since been really not really irritated, but like adamantly saying this is a good car, I like this car in the chats. Well, like after we've been saying that we don't like it.
You can tell me reasons. I mean, it's quiet. It sounds good. The engine does when you're on it, and I think it looks good. But other than those,
there's a lot of space.
I mean, yeah.
In it is what I mean by that. There's not a lot of cargo space whatsoever.
Not a bunch, and a lot of cars have a lot of space.
Yeah.
I just don't see why you'd buy this over even a Sequoia. A Sequoia, a Yukon, an Expedition. I'd pick all those over this.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Martina says Chevy could make a hybrid Tahoe.
Well, they did.
With the 2.0T. They did, and get 25 miles to the gallon and 340 horsepower.
Yeah, but no American buyer is gonna buy a Tahoe hybrid with a 2-liter. They're just not. It's a shame. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it'd be neat, but
it's just not gonna happen.
You're right. It ain't gonna happen.
Zarif says, Charlie, this is awesome.
Well, I need facts, Zarif. I
just think it's funny.
I need reasons why this is. I mean, the panel gaps are good. Is that something? Are you happy with that? Let's get back in the. Let's show them. Actually, here I'm gonna turn it around. We'll do a few exhaust clips. And
why do you want to turn around for that?
Because I want to show the trunk stuff and it's in shape.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, we'll take a closer look at the trunk. Do some exhaust clips. He's gonna throw it around so we can see it in the sunlight and not in the shade.
Also, it doesn't smell good.
I don't know. He said also it doesn't smell good, but I don't know if he's talking about the inside of the car or the exhaust. I don't know what he means. What part doesn't smell good?
This.
Any of it? The inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Exhaust clips. Zarif, I have a question for you. If this was not a V8, if this was a V6, would you still like this car?
Good question.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'm wondering if people just like cars because they're a V8.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's something to be said.
Yeah.
So Liz, we did this at the beginning, but go ahead and let's demonstrate. Let's pretend this were horrendous.
Coated in mud.
Yeah, very
right?
dirty or
It
wet
just
or something.
rained.
Yeah.
You've got an uphill dirt driveway that you just gotta slug this thing all the way up, right?
And then you need to fold these seats down
Oh my
because
God.
you got to put a big stroller in here or something like that, or groceries.
Yeah.
Alyssa, at 5'1", to fold these seats down, it's not easy.
Well, you've got these like hooks back here, right? You have to pull them. They don't even work. Pull them. It releases it. But then you have to push it forward as well.
So you can just barely, with the tips of your fingers, push it enough
Push it forward.
to fold it. And even me at 5'10", I have to like really reach it in to push those forward and then forget about trying to pull them back up.
Yeah,
There's
there's no
absolutely
way.
no way.
You'd have to actually climb in.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Platinum one has power folding third row, and I think that would be huge, but it's not only, it's not just the design of the seats, it's the fact that this thing is so high. If
Yeah.
Alyssa were trying to
ridiculous.
pull up like a
Like-
50-pound bag of dog food or something in the back of this,
Also,
you'd have to,
yeah.
you'd have, not only would you have to lift well above your hips, which is, I mean, so you have to like bend your arms and do a curl essentially,
Yeah.
but then you got to reach it in over 1.5 feet to actually get it in
Yeah.
the trunk. You can't just like
You would
get it
rest
on.
it here,
Right.
take a breath, and then go again.
Yeah. So I know you guys, I know that sounds petty, but when you're talking ownership of a vehicle like this and the intended type of
stuff
buyer, that stuff adds
are
up.
things that you're gonna deal with almost every day.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to think of those sort of things.
Yep.
Yep. No one cares that it sounds good on full throttle when you're just trying to live with it daily. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Says yes. So.
Yes, on the. Oh, he'd like it even if it weren't a V8.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get back in and answer some more.
Yeah.
So thank you, Pittsburgh Man, for the donations, and shout out to our members, Pittsburgh Man and a few others. And if we reach just $10 donations, we'll take this thing off road. We'll see how it handles off there. And if we get $20 total, we'll try some burnouts and we'll put Alyssa behind the wheel. We might put Alyssa behind the wheel anyway if she feels like it, but
Right.
just because I'm curious what she thinks. But or half of all that in the Cash App. So
It's cold. Let's put this one in.
another thing that's super, super minor, and I totally admit this is petty, but, and Pittsburgh Man probably knows what we're talking about. In Nissans and Infinitis, when you press the off button, it takes about half a second to a second to actually shut off. Ready? I know it seems so minor, it bugs me.
Okay.
It bugs me that it's not an instant sort of thing. In my Infiniti was like that. I owned an Infiniti for like three and a half years. It did the same thing, and it's subtle. It's not a huge deal. It's not like a deal breaker for me, but just minor inconvenience. Also, where's my phone?
Oh, it's back here.
Oh, weird.
I put it there because we were gonna walk around and I wanted to be close to where we would be.
Okay.
With the hood.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Signal's awesome. Shout out to 1080p live streams. Another reason to
Nice.
donate. We're spending $50 a month for this hotspot so that we can do 1080p for y'all. Get some good signal.
The Pittsburgh Man says it looks great, but the interior is bland.
It is bland.
It is quite bland.
This is kind of neat how it says Armada right there and stuff. And we got some of the silver banding, but a little more color would go a long way.
He would rather get a Kia Telluride.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on how much better the Telluride is.
That's like
So
one of your top fives.
Yeah, you could save 20 grand and get a car, pretty much unless you need to do a lot of towing, you'd be an idiot to get this car over a Telluride.
Goodness. Zarif, the Armada is a good car.
Not as good as the Telluride. And you know what I would have? The Palisade Calligraphy Edition. Heck yeah. Oh look,
Sounds pretty.
that's the survival flight car. U of M, if someone needs to get shipped off to the hospital because they were trying to corner their Armada at top speed and rolled it and had to be hella flighted.
Right.
Those are the guys who would do it.
Bright sun here. Beautiful. Alright, okay.
engines have names. I always think that's like, I don't know, it's so esoteric. It might say on the Monroney, it probably won't.
What, just...
Like an example would be a Nissan VQ. The VQ DE35, I think is what my Infiniti
Endurance.
Endurance. Is that what it says?
5.6 liter Endurance V8. That's hilarious that it says Endurance because it's not enduring at all. It only gets 14 miles to the gallon.
Right.
That is, that is annoying.
Maybe it'll get 13 or 14 miles per gallon for a long time.
Yeah.
Is that a Supra? Kind of looked like it.
It kind of does.
Skirt! I'll let you take this.
Okay.
It is fast, I'll give you that. It is a speedy meatball.
Speedy meatball. You guys probably heard it here first. Bradley's asking for a detailed comparison between this and the Yukon Denali.
Yukon is better in just about every single way.
It's not detailed. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, we're still not even going that fast. Okay. Oh, look at where it landed, guys. Oh, there it is. Oh, we gotta get this turn.
That looks like it's a Toyota Tester.
Huh.
Huh.
Huh. Going around the turns again.
The manual shifting is pretty immediate, pretty responsive. It's a good engine. The engine's probably one of the best things about this car, and the transmission's pretty good too, which is ironic considering it's a Nissan.
Would you ever review an MX-30 EV or?
Oh, we don't get those here in America, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry, Zarif.
Yeah, I'd love to. Those are sweet.
What is it?
It's a Mazda.
Oh.
It's a Mazda. It's just like the CX-30, but it's electric.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. It looks neat too.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't bring it here. Maybe it's the range is too short.
Andrew says nice exhaust.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Always there for the positivity.
Yes.
What cars do you like, Andrew the Panda? What are some of your favorite brands? I'm curious.
Nice. Pittsburgh Man said, world record slowest trunk.
Oh my gosh, I know, it takes forever. There's something else we had not too long ago that had a pretty slow truck too. No, it's probably a Nissan.
Yeah.
It's probably the Nissan Rogue or something. This is in a competition for being my least favorite car this year with the Nissan Rogue.
Wow.
Not a good place to stop, buddy.
Yeah, really not.
Jeez. They look like they were like...
In trouble?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Be like, hey man, how about you move and then I'll help you. We're not above doing that here on Daily Motor live streams, helping people out, but we're not going to put ourselves in danger just to help somebody.
Exactly. Which is probably what we did that other time because it was right on the side of the highway.
It wasn't on the highway though. It was like off the highway. Yeah.
Wow. Would it have a lot of space with your seat with the third row up? Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. You could fit a row of groceries in those plastic white bags, and that'd be it. Maybe 3, maybe 4.
Right.
That's it.
Here's a 60 to 0 stop.
Okay.
Which it actually does really well.
Wow, that is really fast.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
I'll do
Cool.
a little launch. No drive modes, just go. There we go.
That's awesome. Martino says, I bought my 2021 Mazda 3 Select. It's really nice. And the non-Bose audio isn't bad, but I'm adding a subwoofer because the woofers are only 4 inches.
Yeah, 4 inches is enough.
I have a feeling that Martina would really appreciate that joke.
Hope so. Congratulations, though. Somebody commented, I don't know if it was him. If he did, then that's a very quick turnaround. But someone commented on a video today asking me if I would pick the Mazda 3 or the new Hyundai Elantra. And I pretty much said, unless... I can't remember what I said, but I pretty much said Mazda. So I wonder if
absolutely. I don't know anyone. That's actually false. My brother had an Elantra and he just bought the new Tucson.
Yeah, the new Tucson.
Yep.
The new Elantra is very, very good, but so is the Mazda 3. So.
I hated it.
You didn't like the Elantra?
I hated the Elantra.
Wow.
Tin can, loud sound, slow moving.
Oh yeah, you didn't like the engine in that.
And no, it was terrible. Just sad. Sad little engine. Sorry, Chris. I hope you're not watching.
Well, he sold his Elantra, didn't he?
I know, but like he owned it for years. So. What's the spec number? Okay, we don't know what that is.
The spec number?
Yeah.
Well, it's an SL. I don't know if that helps you.
Okay, I don't know either. Oh, we have a lot of comments I gotta get to.
Okay.
So Zarif has been commenting quite, wanting to asking questions quite frequently, and all of them have been really like pretty okay. And then he just goes, "What does it do off-road?" in all caps.
Hey man, we just need another $7 of donations, and we will take this thing off-road. So,
yeah.
Or if you do hashtag Daily Motor with the Cash App, $3, we'll do it. We've already got helped out by the Thepittsburgh Man. I guess it'd technically be $4, but...
Is that there's another Nissan, what's that?
That is a Pathfinder.
Got it.
Yes.
Little white thing right there.
Alright, so...
Here we go.
Andrew, was it, who knows? Bradley was wondering.
Bradley
right?
was wondering.
Bring up my speedometer here.
Let's go. Oh.
Settle it down. I actually can't see the speed. Oh, I can see the other speed. Okay, so that's 54, 55 or so right there.
Yep.
And they're screaming.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, about 55. Any new car today can do at least 50 miles per hour on a standard cloverleaf on-ramp. So, yeah. I don't know of anything that can, maybe like an F450 would have trouble.
Oh.
What's up? Yeah, I know you got a lot of comments, so you can...
Yeah. Nice. 16V Pete donated $10.
No way! Thanks,
Says,
Peter.
Off-road it.
Cool, appreciate that.
Yes, nice.
That's our guy Peter Nelson out on the other side of the country, California life.
Oh, hello.
Making his own way. Be sure to subscribe to. Well, he's doing a lot of writing. I don't know, Peter. Are you posting on YouTube? Because if so, everyone subscribe to his channel. But I feel like you're doing more writing, so feel free to drop where people should find it.
Cool. Awesome. Zarif is really liking this car.
I'm glad for him.
He's like, it's so fast.
It is fast.
I enjoy this. Nissan, hold my beer. Hey man, it sounds like you're having a good time watching this, and that's what we're here for.
I feel like he's like the arch nemesis of the Thepittsburgh Man.
Yeah. Putting those two together alone in a room would be funny.
Yeah.
They'd be really nice though. I bet they'd be nice and cordial to each other.
All right, so we're gonna take this thing off road. Another $5 on the Cash App, and we'll try doing some burnouts, and we'll get Alyssa behind the wheel.
Heck yeah.
But at least do a little bit of off-roading. Do we have more comments? I know you said there were a bunch.
Nissan, catching your phone one at a time. Cute.
Caution, unpaved road.
It's not unpaved.
It's not unpaved.
It's paved. For those of you that may not have heard it, the little robot lady voice kicked in and said, "Caution, unpaved road." It's unpaved now, but it wasn't then.
So we're gonna come back here. I want to take a little visual inspection of ground clearance so I kind of know what we're able to do in this truck.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then we'll take it off-road a little bit, some light off-roading. Oh wow, this is new.
Oh!
Somebody put up some tires around.
That's awesome. And there are a lot of new marks.
A lot of marks, yeah.
A lot of new marks on the road here.
People have been... See, this lot is not a safe lot to do burnouts because the asphalt's just too chewed up.
So, how come that is not good enough?
Because you don't want it like kicking up asphalt chunks into your car and stuff.
Gotcha.
And, yeah.
A nice thick broom may help with that.
Let's do a quick little outside and then we'll get back to a few chats. You can stay in if you want, Liz. Okay. I'm just gonna look around and look at the ground clearance, make sure we don't have any front air dams we need to be worried about. Yeah, what is this? This looks like a front air dam. Is it flexible? It is flexible. Okay, so that's good. Oh, we got some tow hooks down there. One tow hook. Neat. Okay. Well. Okay.
So you just looked at the ground clearance. Do you think that's higher than the Yukon Denali?
It's about the same.
About the
maybe
same.
It's maybe a slight bit higher, yeah, but I think the Yukon had an air suspension, didn't it?
I totally don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure it did have adjustable ride height, so you could raise it up in off-road mode.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, everything with the kitchen sink.
Don't litter, guys.
Yeah, litter sucks.
The Pittsburgh Man says, I'm Canadian. I'm always nice.
You're always polite. That doesn't mean you're always nice.
There is a difference between being nice and being polite, because you could totally just be like, you could say something so mean in such a polite way.
Right. All right.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
Right, big old
Daily
crow.
Motor off-road section. Speaking of off-road, shout out to the TOPher, who just got a lift kit put on the 4Runner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we'll have to try that out here soon. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo-ba-doo. I don't feel like getting this thing doused in mud, but we'll do a little mud.
We gotta do some mud.
Oh, bunny.
Oh!
Scuttering across. The throttle response on this thing is great. This V8 really is just happy to rev whenever you need it to.
Nice.
Yep. Dumped more trash over here. Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, the stability control seems to still be on, so let's see if we can disable that.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Alright, so we're gonna hold the traction control button.
Off-road time. Yes.
Does not seem to be getting any sort of...
What?
We can turn traction control off. Can we now? All my lights are...
Turn off, turn on.
It won't anymore. Now it's just
No,
like...
the car.
Oh, the yeah. I hate the Armada.
Sorry, Zarif.
It's got a cool little gauge animation when it turns on, though. There's that.
It's good, I tell you.
Alright, well, I guess stability control's gonna stay on. But that's not the end of the world.
Really? Well, the button's like stuck now.
Well, I mean, traction control is off. It's just stability control is on. But she probably just can't defeat it in this way.
Ooh. Stop it, Charles.
It's just the sound I make when you got subpar suspension. No, it actually takes this fine. I mean, you could just trundle along. It does what an SUV should do, but it's not like we've got... Do we have any, like, off-road modes or anything? I don't think so. No sort of, like, crawl control.
It did have that hill.
That's all that means is that if you're on a steep hill, it'll, like, apply the brake for you as you, like, press the gas.
Oh.
Yeah. So that you don't roll backward.
Zarif is like, oh no. Oh no, it won't turn off. Oh no.
Alright. Yeah, sorry that wasn't super climactic for you guys. We can go back and maybe show a little from the outside.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Make it worthwhile for y'all.
Too bad it hasn't rained. Oh, it did rain a bunch, but now it's like all dried out.
Yeah. I just feel like people who get these don't get them very muddy.
That's fair. Did the car just beep at you when you...
Yeah, it beeps every time the camera turns on or off.
I do not like that.
I don't like it either.
That's obnoxious.
Why is the traction control back on? Come on, you.
Ooh, listen to that sound!
Yeah.
Wow!
Manual mode it. Let's go. Second gear.
This is insane. It's actually actually really fast on this part. And it's still very smooth.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Until it isn't.
Yeah. There. Oh, well.
Alright, I'll drop you off up here, Ellis, and you can do a little outside camera work.
Okay.
And well, this is only rear wheel drive, so we're not going to go too hardcore into anything off-road.
Unpaved road.
There you go.
Cool. Yes.
I'll just take that too. I don't know if you need that, but just in case.
Okay.
All the things.
All of the technology.
You need an octopus camera person.
That would actually be kind of awesome. When they're like not in the circus. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see, because I know the sun is quite fierce right now. Bradley, make Alissa drive. Man, I'm only gonna drive if there's another $8 in donations. It does start up really fast. Those tires must be really good on grip. $8 in donations, or half that, $4 in a Cash App donation. Cash tag Daily Motor. So if you don't want to spend 8, you can spend 4. Ooh, look at that one. We had some tail end that time.
Look neat.
That looks cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
You
You gonna go back around?
No, but you can go in front of the car so you don't.
Okay.
Ready?
It's so considerate. I also have my hands full.
There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You must have gotten mud on the tailpipe because it smells.
Oh, fun. Would you be interested in driving for a few minutes?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll drive it out of here and then you can go from there. I'll let you get to any comments that we need to.
I did hound guys for donating because Bradley was like, Alissa needs to drive.
Well, we'll give him a little bonus content. No burnout, but I am curious what you think. So
Okay.
get up here, and we actually can't go too much longer because our GoPro battery's getting low.
It is quite hot on my thumb.
Yeah. I did notice that.
We
We do have extra batteries if it dies early, but we should be able to make another 10 minutes or so.
Woo, woo. There. Yep.
Any other comments?
Pete says, not bad, Armada. Not bad. Sound is awesome. And then Pittsburgh Man said, such a gentleman for opening the door for me.
Oh, yes. All right, we are going to go right here.
Ah, Pete's asking if this is the next patrol.
I don't think so. I don't know too much about the patrol though.
We're switching here?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm going to set my seat to driver 1, I think. I hope it's set. Sounded like it did. Fire away. Nice little walk around for you guys as Alissa gets settled in. Do a few more minutes of driving, hear what Alissa has to say. Oh, we got it. Got a little muddy. Probably have to spray that off. See the blinkers on there. It's kind of neat. I like the LEDs. I think I did a good job with that. So it's always good to get Alissa's perspective, especially for bigger SUVs like this, because women do drive these, and women often aren't big people, so it's cool to kind of see how they fit. There was one car we had, I can't remember what it was, but you like, the seat barely went up high enough for you to see over the wheel.
It was when we had Nathan.
Okay.
We had Nathan with us.
Okay.
That helps jog your memory. I have a very hard time remembering
yeah, they all
the cars
run
that
together.
I drive because I don't know the specs of them. I don't understand the science behind how cars go, so then that helps kind of differentiate one from another.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, I didn't do my mirrors.
Oh, thanks, Sarif. 16V Speed said she's gonna speed off without you. NUK3 Fishy Dude says nice. I agree, it is nice. Except for the Armada. The Armada's not nice.
I actually kind of like how thin the steering wheel is.
I like the feel of the wheel too, you're right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I normally don't like it.
Pittsburgh Man says turn signals are fat on the mirror. They said PHAT, like they're
Fat
cool.
with a PH, yeah.
Pahat. Is my heated seat on? Jeez.
Yeah,
It is
I had it on because I was cold. I could have gone, but I don't know this car yet.
Right. Charlie, which part of Michigan are you from again? Pete, we're in Ypsilanti, so about 30 minutes outside of Detroit, pretty close to Ann Arbor. Southeast.
Yes.
Yep.
I was in Ann Arbor today.
Yes. Zarif said you can do this, my friend.
Cute. Yeah, look at this. That's ridiculous. I don't like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I do not care for that either.
I'm so used to like the car slowing down immediately.
Oh yeah, because you haven't driven anything.
I haven't driven a gas car
in a little bit.
in probably, would you say around 3 weeks? Whatever last time I
you're
drove
right.
a gas car.
It has been a few weeks.
It's been a very long time. So I'm like, I take my foot off the gas and I expect it to start slowing down almost immediately, and I'm like, oh, it still goes.
Right.
Oh.
Zarif, there is blah 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 blah. No paddle shifters. Aren't you from up north? Yeah, Pete, I am from the Petoskey area up north. Yep. Man, my seat is cooling off slowly. So what do you think? Does it feel cool or does it feel cumbersome?
I don't know. I gotta think a little bit longer.
Fishy Dude, we are going to review the Outlander at some point here soon, which is related to Nissan.
My parents had a Outlander. I can't remember what year it was. Like an 09 or something like that.
Okay.
Old one. Well, I didn't have it for very long.
No, Zarif, this one does not have paddle shifters. There's nothing here, see? You can manually shift it right here, but you can't, this model does not have paddle shifters.
Adamant that
Hey, Martino, I think the Mazda 3 is the best car for under $25,000. I think you're probably right. It's not the best for every person, but it does check a lot of the boxes. Especially now that the new Civic looks so boring. So we're gonna spend probably just another few minutes or so. Alyssa's gonna head back to the lot and we'll get her thoughts.
You want me to drive there immediately from here?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez, that was annoying. God. I wanted to drive it a little sportingly, and then it was just like, no, you need to color inside the lines.
Yep. Yeah, this is not a very sportingly sort of car.
No.
No.
Seems to be cumbersome.
Yes.
Yeah, seems to be cumbersome. I don't want to do too much with this car because it's like, I don't feel like it would be able to handle it very well. So I'm like driving it very gingerly around the corners. Although, you don't really have to get on it that much in order to have that cool V8 sound. So that's kind of nice. So that makes me feel cool. But then again, it's like, how much am I actually going to do that? Because I don't feel like I want to. I don't know.
Exactly.
It just feels very tippy.
That's why I don't mind smaller, boring engines being in cars like this, because it's like, well, how often are you actually going to drive it like that? You know, just give me a diesel.
Yeah.
Bradley's car reviews, wondering when we're going to get another Palisade or Telluride. the 28th of this month, we're gonna have a Telluride, so we'll probably have it on a live drive that week. And then, or no, we're gonna have a Telluride. I don't know what I said, but I don't know when we're getting another Palisade. Pete says new Civic is big boring. I agree.
Big boring. Yes. It's sad because the old Civic looked really cool. Looked really sporty. Whether or not it actually drove really sporty, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it did. Definitely did. Yeah, I don't suspect this one will drive as well.
But the new Civic looks just like an Accord.
Right.
So if you want an Accord, you should have just bought that.
The 3 and the Jetta are only compacts with real automatic transmissions. Are they really? Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, Mazda keeping up with that 6-speed.
I just feel like we just go too far over and just hit this thing.
Bradley, I don't know exactly what trim, but if you do sign up to become a Daily Motor member, then we publish all the trim, like which vehicles, our vehicle schedule essentially, ahead of time for members so they can see and make requests for vehicles and stuff. But I'd have to check to see what trim it is. SI Coupe was excellent and sporty, the Civic he's talking about. Yeah, no, the last generation Civic was overall pretty good. It wasn't universally loved styling, but still pretty good. So we're gonna wrap things up here soon. And yeah, so any last questions or things you want to say, let us know. But we will be back on Friday with, drumroll, the Mazda Miata RF. And we might be doing a little manual transmission learning session with Alissa, if all things go well. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm excited for.
Right.
I've only had minimal manual transmission work.
Right.
Training.
Nice 3 series.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, a lot of people put up how to drive manual or teaching manual videos on YouTube, but they're all edited. So for us doing it live, it'll be interesting because there might be swearing.
on whose part? We don't know.
Yeah, find out on Friday. Right. But either way, that Miata is beautiful and fun.
Yeah,
so
it's really gorgeous.
New Civic gives me late 80s Honda vibes. Interesting. Kyle, you just tuned in.
Kyle!
Here, give him a few revs just
I'm in park, right?
Yep. It's a V8 for your butt. We were saying earlier that we're bummed you weren't in the chat since you like V8s, but we're just about to wrap. Daily Motor membership starts at only $3 a month, so check the main page. It'll kind of tell you what you get for different ones. Do you prefer this or the QX80? I'd take the QX80. And that's
that a wrap?
That's about a wrap. So let's shut her down and hop out. You probably want to stay in since you're warm.
I'll come out.
Okay.
Hey.
That'll be fine.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry for did Zarif leave? I don't know if he did, but you had him batting for the Armada and then a lot of us going against it. But you know, it's a car. It exists. Some people like it. I don't think it's worth your money, but everyone spends their lives differently. Gail just said hola. Unfortunately, we are just wrapping up. Pittsburgh, but catch us on the next one, Gail. Bye-bye, guys. And from Thepittsburgh Man, take care. Goodbye from everybody. Bye, Bradley. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Thank you all for watching. We're Charlie and Alissa from Daily Motor. And as always, drive on.